welcome. About to start shortly. This is on our free copyright safe music from Audio Library Plus official releases. Proven Woods from Dave, I guess it's Osorio. About to start very shortly. Great. It is November the 8th, 2021, and you most likely will be seeing this on Tuesday, but hope everyone is doing great on this Monday or this week. Currently, I'm back using I think it's Bendy Cam after flu glitches for the past 2 weeks. I'm gonna be using OBS as well. I like Bendy Cam, so I'm gonna use it a lot. I'm gonna be using Bendy Cam a lot, just like I will be using OBS. I'm gonna be going back and forth. Anyways, yes, it is. Great to be back. Great to be back once again to share with you all something regarding this dog culture. This is episode number 32, I believe. 32. And we're going to call this one Gorr, the Dog Butcher Gives Dog Advice. With this, crusade against these worthless mutts. I think we're doing a great job. I think we're doing a good job. I don't speak for everyone, but what I can say, I think we do a good job with pointing out the dog nuttery that we see on a daily to weekly basis. It's good that we are direct with it. Like, we see if dog lovers are doing something, we call them out on their dog nuttery. I think in this dog-free movement, dog-hating movement, anti-dog movement, I think the end game is to be dog-free. The end game is to have less problems regarding these dogs. The end game is to get rid of dogs. And it's great that we point out the problems. That's good. It's great. It's great that we point out the problems. Again, I don't speak for everyone, but some people might agree. They might disagree. But I think, and I accept that these dog lovers are we'll say most. Let's say 75% of dog lovers. At least 75% of dog lovers are going through trauma. They're going through some type of experience in their life, in their childhood, where they, get dogs in order to cope with the problems. These dog lovers may not even like life, but they're only clinging on, and the only way for them to cling on is to get a dog. They may have been bullied or picked on or have very poor social skills or people skills. Maybe they're just rude to people or people are rude to them, where they want to find refuge. They want to find attention. So they go and get a dog. And with that comes a lot of baggage, a lot of problems, not just for them, but for society. We are living in this world where it's not just you can't just do whatever you want. You can't. And these dog lovers and this dog culture, they act as if they can do whatever they want. And with that comes with like being disgusting with their dogs attacking, saying dogs are better than people, and the things they say in these articles and videos, you gotta scratch your head. And I've shown a lot of things that these dog lovers do and say, and it's like, really? And you gotta come to a conclusion that something in their life happened for them to be acting and behaving this way. The possibilities are endless. The factors are very endless. But I think something happened in their childhood. Something happened in their teenagehood, if that's a word. And the way to deal with things is to get a dog. They don't understand fully how this world works. And they probably hate this world, hate this society. So they get a dog to cope with it, and with that comes problems. So today, I am going to be giving, advice. I'm going to be giving advice. I'm going to be providing resources. Find resources for these dog lovers. I think we have to help provide resources and solutions to these dog lovers. Just like where you work, you may have a section for information, maybe not related to work, such as for children, for mental illness, etc. So I think we ought to do the same. I think we also have to help provide solutions and resources to these dog lovers. Because I think, again, at least 75%, maybe more, are suffering from some mental disorder, a mental illness. They're suffering from some type of mental breakdown, or something is going on. Because all this dog culture is still, it's still kind of new. I know people have been owning dogs for years, but it has come to a time now where it's like people are like obsessed with dogs. They're putting dogs before people and their own children. It's really bad. It is really bad. I want to see something. So we're gonna read a few definitions before we get into it. And I think dog lovers, they might be insane. Like and I'm saying this not to sound like I'm teasing or to be mean, but just by observing and researching the things they say and do, experts to dog owners, they just seem kind of insane. And not even kind of, they seem insane. So the definition, someone of a psychopath is described as someone who is callous, unemotional, and morally depraved. While the term isn't an official mental health diagnosis, it is often used in clinical and legal settings. We can say some dog lovers are unemotional when a dog attacks another person, an adult or a child. Their dog will attack someone, maybe killing them, they're bleeding, and they will take their dogs and just walk away. Or their dog has attacked someone, they rather make sure their dog is okay than that person. So, again, I'm not saying this is what dog lovers are, but, you have something here that can relate, that can be reflected on dog culture. Maybe even morally depraved, because they're putting these dogs first. They're putting dogs before people, before children, before anything else. It's like the dog comes first. It's like people, dog lovers, taking their dogs into a grocery store without even thinking, okay, maybe this is a bad idea. A dog into a grocery store where there's food around. And we all know dogs love to eat. So maybe. This picture has to say. And they say traits of a psychopath. Their narcissism. Some dog lovers are when it comes to their dog. It's all about them or it's all about their dog. Some dog lovers are antisocial, where they may lack people or social skills. And they're rude, they're disrespectful, they don't know how to talk to people, they lack manners. Lack of guilt. Again, when a dog attacks or vandalizes someone's property, they shrug it off and they walk away. No empathy. When their dog attacks, sometimes they just don't care. And impulsivity. Maybe not this one. How about sociopath? Wait a second. So what's the definition of a sociopath? A person with a personality disorder manifesting itself in extreme antisocial attitudes and behavior and the lack of conscience. I think, the things that I've read and looked at and seen, dog lovers can somewhat fit in this. I'm not saying they are, but based on what I see, dog lovers, you seem like you're a bunch of sociopaths. You seem a bit psychotic. Now, maybe not all dog lovers, but most of you're something is wrong. Something is wrong. And I say this because I want to help you. I'm a person that's going to be direct with you. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to be direct. And some people don't like it when you're direct. They don't like to be corrected. They don't like critical feedback. But how are you supposed to grow? How are you supposed to learn? And how are you supposed to know if you're so fearful of words, of the truth, of opinions? And I guess this is why people get dogs, because dogs don't judge them. So they can say and do whatever they want around dogs. They can act like a fool around dogs. Dogs will not say anything. But if they do that around a person, let's say, for example, bringing a dog in a grocery store, a person will tell the person that's disgusting. Your dog does not belong in a grocery store. And they'll feel judged, but not in front of their dog. So again, it goes back to lack of people skills and social skills with these dog nuts. All right, this is a article that I've seen quite often on this anti-dog movement, and it titles "I hate dogs, and I'm not a horrible human being." Personally, I don't like this title because it makes the writer seem a bit insecure. It makes the writer seem as if there's a problem with hating dogs. It makes it seem like the writer, is begging for acceptance. This is what I see. I think hating dogs should just be whatever. Let it be what it is. If you hate dogs, you hate dogs. I know there is a stigma. I know you may be attacked or people may not like you for not liking dogs, but I say, who cares? Do you really want to be around a person who's going to judge you harshly because you don't like dogs? Because you hate dogs? You don't want a dog? Maybe being outright and direct is a good thing because you can weed out any, bad weeds, any bad people, and you can weed them out of your life. So to say, I hate dogs, but I'm not a horrible human being, though, to me it seems insecure. Like I don't being a horrible, good, or nice human being has nothing to do with hating dogs. It's just like hating a specific color. Sometimes I don't like the color green. It's like hating a particular food, hating weather. It's like hating maybe there's a person in your life that just bothers you so much that you hate him. I don't think hating something or even someone is that bad. It's just a state of being. But people are so insecure with it, especially when it comes to dogs. And a lot of people are faking. They're pretending to be dog lovers, just so they can feel good, just so they cannot feel, I guess, lonely, so they can fit in with the in crowd. That's how I see. So if you're interested in reading about this article, you may have already seen it. You just search "I hate dogs. I'm not a horrible human being." Published on November the 7th. Wow, it was just yesterday. So it's like a 3-4 year anniversary. 2018 by Tatiana Gallardo. So if you're interested, there it is. So let's get into it. So I'm going to be reading questions or discussions from Reddit, Facebook, and Quora. I tried going into the dog section on Reddit, and all you get is these imbecile, annoying posts. I'm thinking they're going to be asking questions. Why does my dog do this? Do I need a dog? I thought they could be asking critical questions, like important questions, but all they do is post these dumb posts, like my boy Magnus, and yes, he's smiling. Okay. Let's be honest. Does this dog look like it's smiling? Let's be honest. No BSing. You look at this thing. Does this look like a smile to you? But we have a dog nut saying it's smiling. And again, maybe I might not be using the right words for this, but dog lovers are delusional. They are delusional. And there's a lot more. There's a lot more of this. And you got people posting simple videos like this. Like, what's the point of this? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And they all just want to share their nasty, worthless mutts. They want to embrace their lack of mental capacity. Oh boy. So again, I thought they're going to be interesting posts that I can use, but really there's really not much going on in the dog section of Reddit. Look at this. Sorry for making a very specific jokes about a very specific interest. What happened again? And look at this dog. Like, no shit. Excuse my language, but no shit. Like what are these dog lovers doing? Like are they... Like, really? Like, really? Oh, man. And this is not cute. They look like rabid ugliness. Oh, my goodness. And my advice... Look at this. Look at this endangerment. Look at this. You got to be a pack leader in the God Dog voice. Look at this. Look at this. Got to be a pack leader. So I'm guessing they're referring this little girl to be a pack leader of these worthless mutts. And let's start it off. My advice for the parents and the owners of these dogs, no, I meant parents of the child and the owner of the dogs, is this is bad. My advice is you need to keep your child away from dogs and your dogs away from the child. This is unproductive. We've heard countless times of the dogs being normal for 1 second, and the next second they attack out of nowhere. My advice again is to keep your child away from dogs and these dogs away from your child. If you care about your child, remove the dogs from this scenario, from this situation, in order to prevent what could happen, to prevent any accidents. Don't do this. Don't do this, please. Please don't do this. And this is just unacceptable. Very unacceptable. All right, let's move on. So we're going to get started on giving dog lovers advice, and not even just dog lovers. We're going to be giving anti-dog people, dog haters, some advice and maybe some suggestions as well. So the first thing that I want to address, and it says from Ontario, where there's supposed to be a ban, been bred multiple times, all those pups are now out in the community. And I said this before in a very early video, and I said banning pit bulls or banning dogs doesn't work. And after saying that and listening to it, I thought it was kind of flawed in my case. I thought I shouldn't have said something like that. But it's actually true. Here in Ontario, Canada, there is a pit bull ban that has been in effect for maybe 15, 20 years. And I'm not going to show it, but on the laws, they say pit bulls are prohibited from being in Ontario or wherever. But I live near over 5 pit bulls in my area. And not only that, I've seen many pit bulls in Ontario. So many, even though there's a pit bull ban, I'm still seeing pit bulls. So banning and saying there is a ban proves that banning pit bulls or banning a dog does not work. And my advice, in order to keep safe from these pit bulls, is to get Stormbreaker and go for the heads and eliminate these pit bulls from our society. I just recently watched a few Predator Alien movies. And for those of you who know those movies, it's about the Predator killing people and people trying to kill Predator. So in those movies, the people and the Predator, they didn't reason with each other. They didn't just come together and talk about their differences. They didn't talk about it because there was no reasoning with the Predator. There was no reasoning with the human and the Predator or the alien. So what do? They had to kill. Sometimes you just have to kill the enemy. You have to kill the problem. Imagine in Predator, they said it's how you train these things. It's okay. They just let the predators roam around killing people. It's the same thing happening with this pit bull culture. They're just allowing these pit bulls to kill people left and right. In which one was it? Oh, Predator and Aliens and Predator. So in the final scene of that movie, where the aliens and predators are going at it and causing ruckus in the city, the government's plan, what they did was they bombed and they killed everyone in that area where the predator aliens were. See, the government didn't just, in some movies they'll be very passive and they'll take the alien in and try to reason with it. But in this movie, they didn't reason with them. They instantly just killed. They had to kill the aliens and the predator and some people as well. So sometimes, in order to keep safe, to stop something from killing or harming someone, you have to kill them. And I said it. Sometimes but in case of pit bulls, you just have to get rid of them. You have to eliminate them. Because there's not going to be any peace if we have these predators, aka the pit bull, around. So, again, banning pit bulls from where I live doesn't work because there are a lot of pit bulls around me. I still see them nearly every day. So banning, it does nothing. It does nothing. All right. Next one. Okay, this person asks, should dogs be fed exclusively dry food? Okay, the thing with dogs are they're not picky eaters. Dogs aren't picky eaters. Dogs don't care what's in front of them. Whatever is in front of them, they'll eat. Dogs will eat a shoe. They'll eat their own crap. They'll drink their own piss. They'll drink out of the toilet bowl. They'll eat even needles and knives. Or they'll eat a tennis ball. So dogs don't care what they're fed. So it shouldn't matter what you feed your dog. It shouldn't matter. It really does not matter. What is put in front of the dog will eat it. So you're asking, should dogs be fed dry food? And I say, dogs don't care what they eat. It doesn't matter. Here on Kura, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It says, my dog has become aggressive towards my mother. She feeds him and looks after him. How do I prevent my dog becoming so aggressive? All right, I'm going to be very direct. If you're seeing signs of an aggressive dog, whatever the case may be, growling, attacking, nibbing, whatever the case may be, your mother is the most important thing. Your mother and you and your safety matter the most. So you need to get rid of this dog before anything happens. Taking this dog to a trainer or a vet does nothing. We've seen this countless times. Dogs go to a trainer, dogs go to a vet for temperament stuff or tests. They take it back home and this dog still attacks. So the wise choice here is to get rid of your aggressive dog. If you have a dog that is known to be dangerous, such as a pit bull that has never even attacked yet, my advice again, get rid of it before it shows signs or before it attacks. All right. This one says, this is on Dog Free, and it says, neighbor's dog tried to follow me into my unit. Ooh, it's a tough one. So, based on this story, this guy was outside in his backyard area of his complex. He went inside his home, and the dog, tried to follow him inside his home. So, again, sometimes you don't even have to own a pit bull. You don't even have to live near a house with a pit bull, and you can be attacked by a pit bull. I suggest that if you know there is a dog or a pit bull in the area, you should always, again, be strapped. Keep a weapon with you: a knife, a dagger, a sword, a gun, a bat, anything. Like, anything is better than nothing. So I know sometimes maybe I forget sometimes to take it with me when I'm outside, but end the day, always have something near you: a shovel, a bat, anything, mace. If you know there's pit bulls in your area, always take it with you outside. Even if you're about to go into your car, take it with you for the trip to your car and out of your car, because you don't know. These dogs could be around the corner. You don't see it. They smell you and they go off and attacking you. So again, always carry a weapon with you to defend yourself against these worthless mutts. The question is, would an untrained dog protect its owner? And the truth is, dogs don't care about the person. Dogs don't have the feelings or the emotions that humans have. If a dog is, I guess you can say protecting or defending its owner, it's really protecting its food source. That's it. The dog is protecting its food source. And the question is, if it's untrained dog, any dog, as long as you give a dog food, and the dog knows you're a food source. There's some circumstances where dog will still attack the hands that feed them, but untrained or trained, if you give a dog food, the dog's going to see you as a food dispenser, as a food vendor. So why would they not protect its food source? Dogs are going to protect it because they get food from it. They get something from it. So answer this question is yes and no, because dogs don't protect their owner per se, they protect their food source. All right. Dogs at my bouldering gym. So this person was addressing how there were dogs tied up and unsupervised at a gym. This is a place where people go to, to work out, exercise, to, I guess, relax, to de-stress themselves. This is a place they go to socialize with people. And this gym, apparently, again, I'm not sure if it's recurring, I'm not sure if it's a one-time thing or if it's an occasional thing, but this gym allows dogs to be inside the facility. And that's dangerous. That's very dangerous because working out can be dangerous. You can be bench pressing, 200-300 pounds, and a dog comes jumping on you or biting you. That weight most likely is going to choke you, fall on your neck, on your chest, and you can probably die. You can be curling a dumbbell and that dog runs past you. I've seen it before. The dog just knocks you down and that dumbbell hits you in your face, hit you in your lip, in your teeth. You may not die, but you can be seriously hurt. Again, dogs at gyms, at rec centers, is a big no-no. If I were you, I would, if there's another gym, if this is reoccurring, and you've already spoken to the manager, supervisor, owners about the situation, and it still happens, I suggest you to find another gym. Find another gym, or you can either stay and work out when the dogs are not there. Personally, again, I would probably cancel my membership and tell them I won't return until this dog is out of the gym permanently. You can also, I guess, report it to maybe human resources. I don't know. You can report it to one of your to the city that there are dogs in the gym, and hopefully they help you with the situation. And if they don't, again, find another gym. I think sometimes you don't even have to find another gym. You can just work out at home as well. I mean, working at home and gym are two different things. They're two different. But at the end of the day, if you really want to work out and keep fit, and there's dogs at this gym, I suggest you work out at home and just leave the gym. Right, this person says, my mom thinks I am evil for disliking dogs, or disliking her dogs. Let's read the first paragraph. And she says, so yeah, basically what title says, I'm mid-20s and have only ever gotten close to one dog ever since I was little. I've just really strongly disliked all of them. I think it stems from watching our neighbor's 2 pit bulls attack and kill a cat when I was like 7, even though they were gentle giants. Or the fact that my friend in middle school had like 6, not going to pronounce that they were just ugly, yapped nonstop. I don't know. Don't like dogs. I only got close to mine because he was clean, low maintenance, didn't bark, didn't piss or shit all over everything. And he adds, here's the thing though, I've tried to get along with my mom's dog, not because I want to like them, but because I lived with them. And she loves them, so I wanted to be civil. But I hate them. They've never liked me. I'm the only person who gets barked and growled at everyone every single time I walk in. They were always coming into my room, pissing on everything of mine, even though my mom blamed my dog for it, even though I witnessed hers doing it multiple times. Well, yeah, you have, there's one option you can do, or two options. Talk to your mom about it. And I'm guessing maybe you already have. But you got to talk with, conviction. You got to tell her. Know your place, though, when you're talking to your mom. But you got to let her know how this dog makes you feel. Speak with some conviction. And the other option is you just walk away, leave. When it comes to dogs, mothers and children, girlfriends and boyfriends and dogs, husbands and dogs and wives. At the end of the day, the dog is going to be priority. The dog is going to come first, second, third, to 100, to 1,000. And then everyone else is just down there. So at the end of the day, the mom's priority is about the dogs. This is common dog lover behavior. They're going to put the dogs first above anyone else. So I know things are tough now. I know it's tough out there, but options are leave. You can try to maybe do a Agent 47 type accident, or talk to your mom about it. I feel your pain. I've never had to live with a dog, so I personally, I don't know how it is to live with a dog. I don't know. But being dog free is so awesome. And being dog free is a great thing. So again, I've never owned a dog or had a dog live in the same house, so I can't fully relate. But again, either you can leave, talk to your mom, or have a Agent 47 type accident happen to the worthless mutts. So that's my advice. So I did this before, multiple times, probably the third time showing you this. This is about a mother who has a baby who is allergic to few foods and is also allergic to their worthless mutts. And she's asking the question, what to do? What should I do? So here we have a mother willing to, again, I'm not sure what happened after. So based on this, not sure how old this is. So based on this, we have a mother that is trying to reason with the dogs more than with her own flesh and blood. And she's asking, this should not even be asked. It should be just second nature, just instincts to get rid of the dog, to protect their own baby. And I hope that this mother, the parents, did the right thing and got rid of these dogs. Because we know when a child is allergic to certain foods, the parents will do their hardest, their best. They will do their best to ensure that certain foods are kept far away or out of the house. They'll do that. But when it comes to dogs, they're willing to risk their child's life for a dog. Dogs. Women don't give birth to dogs, but yet we're taking they want to prioritize the dog. So why not give these dogs back to its mother, whoever their mother is or their father is, and let them take care of their offspring. Yeah, I know. It doesn't happen because dogs are lazy, they're incompetent, so that's not the case. And we have dog lovers, abducting and I guess dog napping dogs from their mothers or fathers, whatever the case may be, and then stuffing them into human homes. And tell me that's not abuse. Please tell me that's not some kind of abuse. All right. Still on dog free. Here it is. What part here is so hard to understand? I'm Googling something and I came across these results. How to stop your dog from peeing in your house. Why is your dog peeing everywhere? Why does my dog pee in my bed? Dog behaviors, etc., etc. And this person says, what part here is hard to understand? Again, I believe and I accept that dog lovers are going through something. They're going through something. One thing that they possess is cognitive dissonance. It says it refers to the mental conflict that occurs when a person's behaviors and beliefs do not align. Cognitive dissonance causes feelings of unease and tension, and people attempt to relieve this discomfort in different ways. So 7 signs of cognitive dissonance are avoidance, squirmishness, ignoring the facts, taking yourself out off the ledge, deer eyes, a fear of missing out, the Homer Doe syndrome of shame and guilt. So dog lovers, in terms of this question, they are basically, ignoring the problem. They're basically willing to adapt to the filthiness, just because this dog, may or may not allow them to feel a certain way. So they will ignore and have their dog pee everywhere, every day, poo everywhere, every day. And they will ignore it. They will just ignore the filth. When I say ignore the filth, I mean they ignore the problem. They will act like as if this is not a problem, as if this is not a burden, if this is not baggage. And again, it goes back to cognitive dissonance, where they, how am I explaining well? It's like they will just ignore certain things, even though that's something may be toxic and horrible. They will ignore it and they will continue to do it. And I think, again, many dog lovers, they're annoyed and they probably do hate their dog. But we live in a dog culture brainwashing society where it's like they need a dog because they're told all this crap about dogs. So they get a dog to fit in. They get a dog to feel part of it. To get a dog to be social, to have something to talk about, for attention. I said this before, but this is for women. Where women would want, some women prefer small dogs, because with small dogs, they will always remain immature. They'll always remain filthy and they need incompetent, dependent. And with women, correct me if I'm wrong, they want attention. Women like attention. And when their children, if they have children, get old, they go off. Their husband might leave them, boyfriend might leave them, they may have problems in the marriage. But the only thing, giving them a purpose, giving them some kind of attention, is a dog being a nuisance by peeing or barking or being dependent. So to a woman, with these small dogs in particular, this makes them feel wanted and needed. So a woman, again, I'm not sexist, are willing to give up their, I guess, freedom, their peace for a whiny, dependent, disgusting, filthy, annoying dog. So what part is hard to understand? I think it's, again, it's not just there's not just a one factor or one reason. And a lot of this is psychological. All of this is mental. There's trauma that these people are going through where they're willing to put up with all this for a dog just to feel, I guess, a little bit happy inside. So there's my take on that. When will the barking just stop already? So this person is complaining about a dog barking outside or in the yard or whatever the case may be. Did a little bit of my research, and I found that dogs don't get tired of barking. Dogs don't get tired of barking. I tried to find the longest, dog barking, and didn't find much, but from what I read is like dogs do not get tired of barking. They probably can bark for maybe 3 days straight, nonstop. They take little breaks, but they will continue to bark and bark and bark. Sure, and again, this is also the owner's, duty. The owner needs to show some respect and courtesy to the neighbors. We've read about this so many times where neighbors will allow their dog to bark all night, all day. And when someone addresses it to them, they become all rude and etc. So, again, I don't want to resort to violence, or I don't want to resort to taking actions in your own hand. But if you're addressing it to your neighbor and they do nothing, if you address it to the police or to animal control and they do nothing, or the problem continues on an occasional basis, then sometimes you just have to take matters in your own hands. I don't want to, but it's like, again, the Predator movies. It's either the Predator kills you or you kill the Predator. So you got to decide, like, what is more important, your peace or a dog barking 24/7? So something to think about. Yeah, I probably should have. Anyways. So this says, how and when did Western culture, especially the United States in particular, start idolizing and particularly worshiping dogs and equating them with people? It was not always like this. Yeah, people can like or even love dogs, but this current dogs are children fur-based stuff. My theory, my thought on this of when it really started. I think this dog culture has many degrees. In the beginning, dogs were probably used to work, used to farms. They're just used as, they were dogs. Like, people knew that dogs were animals. People knew dogs were dogs, and they kept dogs in their lane, and people stayed in their lane. Again, very much degrees. Then eventually, people started bringing dogs in their home, letting them sleep in their bed. Then we have TV, the movies, indoctrinating children and people about dogs being this loyal and, all the sweet things. Then eventually I think about, I want to say, I started noticing these things like just recently, maybe 3 years ago. I started really noticing this dog culture. I think it's fairly new. In degrees. I know there's degrees of it. But I think in the state that we're in now, the state of dog culture that it is now, with the fur baby stuff, I think it's still fairly new. Maybe 5 years. Maybe 5 years. Not to say things before that wasn't intense or insane. I'm pretty sure it was, but from what I see, from my perspective, things that I see now, it feels like within the last 5 years or 3 years, this dog culture has surged, where it's insane. It seems like it's been created by sociopaths or psychotics or people that hate people. And I think that probably does contribute to it. I think I said this before, that dog culture is nothing random. It's not random. I believe dog culture is a engineered agenda used to divide people from people, divide mothers and children and boyfriends and girlfriends, to keep people apart. We've read about millennials buying homes for their dogs. Read about women or even men, sleeping with their pets. Or sleeping with their dogs. I mean, so if you have this dog as a companion, as an F toy, then there's no need for people. Then we have other rude people out there. Again, I believe it's all engineered. I think every behavior we see currently coming from people, the stupidity we see coming from people, is all engineered. It is all done on purpose. So people witnessing and noticing the stupid of the person, where everywhere they go, school, work, even home, on the street, public, transit, they see stupid people. They get exhausted by it. So what do? They get a dog. And then they come to this conclusion that dogs are better than people. So I think, again, not to repeat I don't want to sound like a parrot, but this dog culture is all engineered. I accept that it's all engineered and is being pushed by the powers that be. This dog culture is being pushed by the hidden hand. Again, from school shootings to this pandemic, the government always comes in, the media always intervenes, and they implement safety procedures and they talk about it. But with dog culture, when a dog attacks and kills someone, it gets little to no covered at all. Not as much as, a school shooting or, this whole pandemic. So again, I think it's done on purpose. This whole dog culture is done on purpose in order to divide people from people, to help with the depopulation of people, also to help with the dumbing down of people as well. Hope that made sense. We're gonna take a little break. About let's see how long it could take. About take about 4-minute break. I'm gonna rest my voice a little bit. If you're already watching this, you can fast forward a little bit to the end. So I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll see you back in a few minutes. This is copyright-free chill background music, Way Home by Tokyo Music Walker. If you're interested, you can find them at Breaking Copyright Royalty Free Music. All right, we are back. We are back again. I'm going to continue with giving dog advice, not only just to dog lovers, but to dog haters, dog-free people as well. Again, these are my opinions, sprinkled with some fact, but it's my opinion, my advice, my suggestion of what you should do, but it's just so common sense. Very common sense. I mean, if you have an aggressive dog in your house that's harming someone or showing signs of aggression, give it away. Get rid of it. At least you can do is get rid of it. All right. So again, I was on looking for things to use on the dog Reddit board on Reddit, and a lot of it's just a lot of stupid things on there. Like a lot of like really, this person was this bored. For example, look at this person says, I think my dog is a cat. One second. Okay, this person says, I think my dog is a cat. Okay, we're going to judge this by the picture. The dog is laying there. So how how did you come to the conclusion that your dog is being a cat? Or like, how do you come to that? Again, this is dog nuttery. And a lot of these posts are just like, what, really? They have nothing constructive to post, and they're gonna post things like, I think my dog is a cat? Come on, there has to be at least, some dog lovers that think this is a pointless, wasteful of a post. There has to be some dog lovers that think some dog lovers are just stupid. I think my dog is a cat. And how about this? My best friend ever. And how really? This is a person, a human being, calling this worthless mutt their best friend ever. Again, dog lovers, man. Something is going on. Something is going on. And at the end, I am going to give, a few replacements that are better than dogs. So stay put, stay put. How about this? Advice on how to help dogs with severe separation anxiety. So again, it's said that, let's see, how long has dogs bonded with humans? I'm pretty sure it said over 1,500 years, so 15,000. So over 15,000 years, dogs and humans have been bonding. Yet, dogs are still having to deal with separation anxiety? Shouldn't dogs know by now that the human has to work? That the human's going to come back home? But yet, after 15,000 years, dogs still don't get it. They still don't understand what the human has to do in this society. And why are we here? Why does this question exist? Obviously, this person is curious and needs help. I know that, but we shouldn't be owning dogs, period, in the first place. Like, this shouldn't even be a concern. But anyways, I want to give my advice. This person asking says, my dogs have, this is 2 dogs, and they have severe anxiety, horrible separation anxiety, where they leave the house, they flip out, and breaks my heart. Well, again, humans don't speak dog, dogs don't speak human, so get rid of it. If you get rid of the dog, then problem solved. Maybe you can give it away to someone who's a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, or someone who stays at home all day. Maybe that can work. But get rid of the dog. Get rid of the dogs, please. And a lot of nutters here, they're talking about their separation anxiety as well with their other dogs. Why is it our problem if a dog has separation anxiety? Like, why do we care? Why? Let these dogs deal with it themselves. If you want a dog in your home and it's going to vandalize your home because it has separation anxiety, then you deserve it. You can't complain. Dog lovers can't complain after they bring a dog into their home and it vandalizes the house. We've been bonding with dogs for over 1,500 years. And 1, dogs still have yet to adapt to us. And 2, dogs still have to deal with separation anxiety after 15,000 years. They still don't get that humans have to work. Get rid of the dog. Stop making yourself stop putting yourself in so much heartache. For 2 dogs, let their real dog mom and dog dad deal with it. Just like maybe if there's another child, out there and their parents are right there, you're not going to, be the parent to that child. You're going to let the other parent deal with it. So let the real dog's parents deal with this issue. if that is even possible. This post says, am I wrong for wanting my boyfriend to get rid of his dog for biting me in the face? This dog growls at his son and others, and I don't know if the dog is more important than me. I feel like I'm crap to him now. Let me be clear, I wasn't roughhousing with the dog. My boyfriend started roughhousing with me. All right, so when it comes to dating people who own dogs, whether or not they own a dog beforehand or they get a dog while you're dating, the fact is that dog will always be the priority. That dog will be allowed to cause tons of mischief, and the dog owner isn't really going to solve the problem. They may address it from time to time, but at the end of the day, as for long term though, for permanent term, that dog will continue to behave the way it does. And not only that, the owner will continue to put that dog on a pedestal. And you, as a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, whatever the case may be, you're like second. You're like second. Think of it as a love triangle. You have the owner, you, and the dog, but the connections. But think of a triangle. You know, like a triangle. So you see a triangle. So, for example, let's say the owner's on top, you're here, and the dog or the dogs are here. But instead, it's going to be like this part will be chipped open. So there can be no connection to the dog. Or this part might be chipped open a little bit, maybe slightly. Maybe the lines will be a little bit more thinner. And where for the owner and the dog, it's going to be more connected. So when it comes to dating someone who owns dogs, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's going to be a horrible experience. And I say this once, and I'm going to say it again. Don't date people who own dogs. If this person gets a dog while you're dating them, leave. It is not worth it being stressed out and trying to communicate. And it's just a one-way communication and trying to cope with it, deal with it. And nothing changes. It's not worth it. Your choices are don't date people who own dogs. And if they get a dog or have a dog, leave. Look at this. My dog attacked my child out of jealousy. What should I do? Is this true though? Do dogs really get jealous? How do you know a dog is jealous though? Like, what are the characteristics of a jealous dog? Can we confirm that they're jealous? Because with humans, we can say, oh, this human can tell you that they're jealous. We know common human behaviors of jealousy. So how do we know a dog actually gets jealous? Because we know dogs don't share the same emotions as humans do. And second thing, why are you endangering your child around a dog? That is horrible parenting. Already went over this. Your job as a parent is to protect your child, and what you're doing is you're placing that child on a platter to the dog. And already this dog has already attacked and bitten this child, not sure how severe. And you still have the audacity to take out your phone, go to your computer, ask this question. And it should be an instinct. Get rid of the dog. Get rid of the dog or put the dog down. It's not worth it. Keeping a dog around your child. It is not necessary to have a dog being around your child. It's too dangerous for your child. Too dangerous for you. Too much of a burden. Don't do it. Keep children away from dogs and dogs away from children. And look at this stooge dog in stooge mode. Look at it. Look at it. It's the stooge. The fourth stooge. It says, why do dogs do this? It's because dogs are stooges. Dogs are dumb. They don't know. Dogs don't know exactly what they're doing. Dogs just do things because they do it. We don't really know why dogs do things, but they just do things. It's sometimes better not to question things, but actually, then again, question it. It's kind of good that you're questioning it. It's good that you're questioning a stooge like this. But anyways, get rid of the dog. Get rid of it. We should have no time for this. We're humans. We should have no time taking care of this thing. Let the parent of this dog actually take care of it. The dog parent, dog parent, take care of this thing. Why are you wasting your time, your money on this thing? What's the point of it? There's no purpose whatsoever. And look at these people. They're reinforcing it. They're reinforcing this dog nuttery. Get rid of the dog, please. Just get rid of it. All right. I didn't think it would take this long to go through a few questions. Nevertheless, we're going to finish it through. We're going to finish it. I still got a lot to go after this. So anyways. Would you give your dog away if it bit you? Again, I would never have a dog, but let's say I did have a dog. Let's say I did have a dog and it bit someone. Yeah, I would get rid of it. I would immediately throw that thing into the closest animal shelter at least. And if the bite was severe though, I would get Stormbreaker and I would go for the head of these dogs. But we know a lot of dog lovers are going to sympathize with the dog. They're going to create excuses to protect the dog. Any dog. Doesn't matter what kind of bite it had, what the severity of the injury. They're going to protect this dog no matter what. But if I owned a dog and I didn't like the dog, or if I lived with someone that owned a dog and they bit someone, I would take action. I would throw that dog into the closest animal shelter, to say the least. And if that animal shelter is closed, then that means I'm going to have to get Stormbreaker and give it the Stormbreaker treatment. Because I hate dogs. I hate dogs. Again, this person asks, what makes pit bulls so popular? I think with pit bulls, it's about insecurity. A lot of people who own pit bulls know deep down that they're not really a tough person. They know they're insecure. They know they're a fake. They know they're a phony. They know they're soft. Even these I'm not gonna call names, but people, they get it just to be tough, to look tough. They get these ugly things to look tough because they're insecure, to look intimidating. So that's one reason why I think people get these pit bulls. Another reason is it's being pushed. Just in general, the dog agenda is being pushed. There also is a pit bull agenda. Out of any other dog, the pit bull is being pushed way more than any other dog. The pit bull is being pushed harder than any other dog ever. You see these things in commercials, movies, TV shows. See them with celebrities, talk shows talking about them, trying to defend them, to praise them, to worship them, try to make people get them. So there's this big push. It is the media, the mass media, the hidden hand, the government, the powers that be that are pushing these things. The dog industry, the pit bull industry. Again, there's no way that this is just some random thing. It's not random. And I believe this pit bull, When it really took off was with the whole Michael Vick situation, whether it was real or not. I think that was a ploy. The Michael Vick situation was a ploy to feel guilty and bad for these things in order to sell them. Because ever since that Michael Vick situation, pit bulls have become so much more popular, so much more frequent. My train of thought. So again, like I said this before, like with the black community, within the black community, there's this saying that black people, so-called black people, get things or they buy things they don't need to impress people they don't like. So I think this whole pit bull thing is just to, even though people don't need them, they want to impress people they don't care about. They want to look tough about people they hate. So again, I think it's just a show. And with that, again, it also comes with the psychological part of it. Yeah, so I hope that made sense. Yeah, usually when I talk for this long, my voice I start to go all over the place a little bit. But I'm going to try to make it to the end. All right, this is Dog Free. This person is saying, I waited a while to write this, but I am finally dog free. So we got to give this person, a good congratulations for becoming dog free. And again, being dog free is a wonderful thing. I mean, why would you? Who would complain about being dog free? Like, what's there to complain about if you're dog free? I mean, in terms of dogs, there's nothing to complain about. There's no burden. There's no extra chores. No nonsense. No barking. It's a wonderful thing. So again, gotta give clap for anyone who's become dog free, whether or not the dog died, you gave away the dog, you moved out. Being dog free is a great thing. Like it's a wonderful thing. It is. Being dog free is so badass. Person says my best friend's pit bull attacked me yesterday. I suggest you stay far away from this person. I don't want to say don't be friends with them, but that's an option. You may have to, because wherever you go, this pit bull might follow. So stay away. Just for your own safety, your own health, your own life. Stay away from your friend until at least he gets rid of the pit bull. And that may not even happen. But for your own safety, stay away from your friend. So if you have a friend that owns a pit bull, maybe you're a grown person, your mother or father owns a pit bull, or your sister, stay away. Stay away. There have been so many stories of people dog sitting or people visiting the house of a pit bull and they get attacked and killed by a pit bull. So if you love life and you want to take care of your life and to live and to experience life and etc., stay away from your friend. Let him know that until his pit bull is gone, or let him know how you feel about pit bulls, and just walk away. They may not like it, but again, who cares? Who cares? And this is your best friend, though. So your best friend shouldn't get defensive. If this is really your best friend, then they shouldn't get defensive. They shouldn't attack you for you not liking pit bulls or wanting to stay away. So stay away. Best thing you can do is just stay away. Okay, this person says, I have an acquaintance that has a dead dog in the freezer for over a year. Run. Just run. Run and never return. Run. I didn't want to spend too much time on that. It's so obvious. Just run. You don't know what else you might find. Just run. The person says, my dog attacked my child. and my husband wants to put it down. Listen to the man, man. Listen to the man. He's doing the right thing, whether it's happened or not. He's doing the right thing to protect his child. So yeah, let him do it. Let him be the man of the house. Let him be the protector. If you don't like it, leave. I know it's pretty harsh. You can't just get up and leave. But let the man be the man of the house. Since you couldn't train or since you couldn't train or prevent this dog from attacking, now it's the duty of your husband to take care of the trash. So let him do it, or you leave. You leave with the dog. I know it's harsh. I know that's still gonna cause a problem for the child maybe visiting. But hey, if you care so much about this worthless mutt, leave. If you care so much about your child, then you allow your husband to get Stormbreaker and to go for the head of this dog. Maybe not literally, but you know what I mean. This person says, I have 2 male dogs, a pit bull mix of worthless, who's a 9, and a German Shepherd, who is 5. About a year and a half ago, I had to get both of them fixed. That sucks. Sucks for dogs. That I'm not 100% sure what it really does, what the process is, but it's sad that we have these adults that say they care and love dogs, butchering dogs, the dog's private area, butchering a dog's natural production. It's sad. I mean, these are dog lovers though that are doing this. It's not like I'm doing it. These are dog lovers butchering their dogs. I'm all for eliminating dogs again, whatever the case may be, but I don't know. Dog lovers. Are you truly dog lovers? Are you really dog lovers? Because you're butchering your dogs. You're doing. I have yet to butcher a dog, but we have dog lovers butchering a dog on a daily, weekly basis. Come on, talk about Stormbreaker treatment. After they got fixed, the fights completely stopped. I recently just moved into a house that has much more room. A month ago, in the whole month we've lived there, 2 males have fought 3 times. They destroy everything when we leave the one. It's just been a mess. I called the vet about giving them a sedative just to calm their nerves of being in a new house. Oh God. For 15,000 years, dogs and people have bonded, traveling to different locations, etc. And all of a sudden we have dogs that can't adjust to a new setting, where you have to use drugs, you have to butch their private area, and they're fighting. My advice is, get rid of the dog. If this is too much to handle, which it is, get rid of these dogs. Either put them down, or throw them, or toss them into a shelter. Abandon them into a shelter. Like, why are we choosing to live like this? Why do people choose to live like this? To me, it's psychotic. It is by far psychotic to want to have these things living in your house and having to just turn your whole life upside down. This post would not exist if dogs were just eliminated. If you just didn't get a dog, posts like these would not exist. Period. Alright, I'm gonna finish up here. I think I'm gonna do it on a separate part. I think I've covered a lot here. So I'm gonna do it on a separate part. I may pause this video and then do it again and have that a separate different part. We're gonna finish now. We're gonna finish. We are going to finish. The person asks, why do dogs attack their owners? How can this be avoided? Why do dogs attack their owners? Let's see. What if your dog just doesn't like you? Just what if your dog just doesn't like you? Like, what if you constantly play horrible music? What if your cooking's bad? Your cooking smells bad. What if you're just an annoying person? What if you bother the dog a lot? What if it's scared of the walls? The walls are ugly. What if your house is very dirty and the dog doesn't like it? What if you have a habit you do and your dog just doesn't like it? How would the dog tell you that? Again, we don't speak dog. Dogs don't speak English. We have to make things up. We have to make it up as we go along. So what if your dog just doesn't like you? So in a way for dogs to, I guess, communicate is to probably attack. Is to probably attack their owner. Maybe the dog just doesn't like you as an owner, as a person. Maybe you have messed up teeth. Maybe you have bad breath. Maybe you're just not an attractive person. I don't know. Maybe these are reasons why dogs attack their owners. But we have this dog culture which promotes abduction of dogs, which promotes slavery of dogs, abuse of dogs. I think owning a dog is downright abusive. Downright abusive. And this is a dog hater saying this. I think dog lovers, dog owners are more abusive than me saying to get Stormbreaker and to go for their head. I haven't even done it yet. But these dog lovers will force dogs to live in their homes. Just imagine, what if a dog enjoys living at a shelter? What if it likes being there for whatever reason it may be? So here you have a dog that gets to eat whatever it wants at a shelter. I don't know, maybe it does. Probably has the better food at the shelter. It gets to do whatever it wants. It feels free. It likes it. It enjoys it. And here we have, a Quaker abducting, taking this dog, jamming them inside their home and telling the dog, you can't do this, you got to do this, you got to make me kiss you, got to kiss me. If you don't kiss me, if you don't do this, you're not going to get any food. And the owner may think, they're a bad trainer or the dog is messed up and they're going to call all these conclusions. But just maybe your dog doesn't like you. There are times where the owner isn't a good fit with their dog, but maybe the dog doesn't see you as an owner as a good fit. Maybe. It's just what if? What if? What if your dog just doesn't like you? And how can this be avoided? You get rid of the dog or dogs. Simple as that. You get rid of it. End of story. This is of article of how to punish a dog for biting. And they have like a tedious list of what to do. But when I want to say this, to avoid being bitten by a dog, it's so easy and simple. You get rid of the dog or just don't have dogs. If you don't have dogs, you don't have to deal with getting bitten by a dog. I'm going to be right back for a second. I'm going to take a little break. Once again, I'm going to finish up. So I'm just going to play some... Let's see what... I'm going to play some music. So I'll be back in maybe a minute or two. Sorry about that. Didn't realize it was so loud. So yeah, I'm back. That's free background music for YouTube videos, no copyright. Download for content creators. So if you're interested, background music without limitations. So I'm gonna finish up. Sorry about that little break. So as I was saying again, just get rid of the dog. I mean, it's just so simple to avoid getting bitten, to avoid dog bites. Get rid of the dog. Don't have dogs. Keep children away from dogs and dogs away from children. So simple. So this person finally told her or his dog nut friend, I didn't like dogs. So let's give this person a round of applause. Let's give this person a round of applause. Let's give this person a round of applause for being direct. And this is what I've been saying. Just be direct with these people. Stop caring what a dog lover thinks. Dog lovers, they're like sociopaths, psychopaths. They're like, the outcasts. Who cares what they think or say? And these dog lovers, say that dogs don't judge them, they don't want to be judged, etc., etc. But when you tell dog lovers you don't like dogs, they're going to be judging you. So again, the dog lovers are hypocrites. Dog lovers are a bunch of walking hypocrites. So again, just be direct with them. Tell them you don't have to be you don't have to be convicted. You don't have to be aggressive with it. You can just say, hey guy, I don't like dogs. Let's keep it away from me. Simple as that. But if they're annoying you and they're being a problem, then yeah, you got to be a little aggressive. You got to let these dog lovers know, these dog nuts know that you're not playing around with these dogs. You don't want anything to do with these dogs. And if these dog nuts, say they hate people, then at least they can do is respect people. At least they can do is show an example how to be a good person. Let these dog nuts show us how it is to be an outstanding, a good, outstanding person. Let them show us. But we know in reality they can't do that because these are dog nuts. They have to be rude. They have to be aggressive. They have to make insults. They have to, be very irrational when it comes to their dogs and people who don't like dogs. Who cares? Who cares? All you have to do is let them know that you don't like dogs. And if they can't handle it, again, the problem is on them. This person says, so tired of TikTok's dog talk. I know what you mean. I know what this person means. This comes from the dog Reddit. Most you can do is, I guess, filter. Stay off TikTok. First, I think everyone should stay off TikTok. TikTok is just, oh my god, it's like a lot of like brainless stuff on there. It's like whenever I see people watching it, it feels like they're being brainwashed. Like in the TV shows or movies, they show like these random videos of brainwashing, things like that. I feel like when people watch TikTok, it's like they're getting brainwashed. It's so unpleasant. But my advice again, stay off TikTok. Stay off TikTok completely. I mean, if you're on there for other reasons, you gotta try not to watch any dog TikTok videos the best you can. Because I think if you watch them, the algorithm will keep recommending them to you. So do your best to not watch any dog-related TikToks. Or you can either block the user who holds a dog or things like that. So again, just stay off TikTok. So yeah, that brings us to the end. I'm going to do a part 2 of I'm going to do a part 2 of giving dog advice to these dog lovers or even people who are dog free as well. So next up for part 2, I may do it later and do it and drop it off, and upload it on another day. It's going to be called 41 things and more that you can do instead of owning a dog. This will be a counter to the American Kennel Club, but you can't see it, but the American Kennel Club website says 10 science-based benefits of having a dog. And I will provide you with 40 or more, 41 and more things you can do instead of owning a dog, which are going to be so much better than owning a dog. And again, being dog free is just kind of ruining it, but being dog free is so awesome. It is so great. It is so great. It is so great to be dog free. It is a like what's there to complain about? You're dog free. Like what would you complain about in terms of dogs? Unless you have a neighbor who's annoying you with a dog, but no complaints. There's no complaints at all. I'm gonna end it there. I know I always start off very good. My voice starts off very good, very smooth. Then by an hour, the more I talk, I just feel like I'm stuttering. It feels like I'm not, taking my time with it. So I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna come with a part 2. Didn't expect to do a part 2 of this, but I'm gonna do a part 2 of Gorr the dog butcher gives dog advice. Should be interesting. Hope my advice is somewhat helpful. Hope you can at least reflect on it. Again, this is I don't want you to just listen to what I say. Take time, reflect on it, think about it, then come to your own conclusion. But again, being dog free is the best thing anyone can do. So to any solution, to any dog problem, the answer is be dog free. I didn't have to spend 2 hours doing this, but to be dog free, to any dog problem is to be dog free. To any question about dogs, the answer should always be dog free. Gonna end it there. This is, I guess, part 1 of Gorr the dog butcher gives dog advice. And remember, it is okay to hate dogs.